fellow executives, it gives me great pleasure to introduce you to the future of law enforcement. ED-209.
Hiya, got another Haya Toys review for you from the RoboCop line. Took a look at this 1/18 scale RoboCop not too long ago and was really surprised by it. Great detail and build quality. Didn't know I needed a G.I. Joe sized RoboCop, but this thing is just awesome. It's got the detail of a NECA figure, with the build quality of a vintage Joe. It doesn't feel like it's going to snap or break on me. I'm a huge RoboCop fan, so it's just really cool to have a G.I. Joe sized RoboCop. And also new from Haya Toys, they have made ED-209. You have 20 seconds to comply. I believe named after Ed Neumeyer, the writer of RoboCop. This is the battle damaged version and it has electronic sounds. There was a regular non-battle damaged version on Big Bad Toy Store. It's sold out. Hopefully it'll come back in stock. But this one is currently in stock at Big Bad Toy Store. Comes in a nice cube box with some pictures, and inside, oh yeah, is ED-209 waiting to take on Alex Murphy. Comes very securely packed in this clamshell that separates. Bonus that there's no twist ties to undo or try to cut. And here's the battle damage to ED-209. Wow. 1/18 scale, so in scale with this G.I. Joe sized RoboCop. And I'm guessing that he can get a little taller by playing around with his legs a little bit. The legs can actually pop out like that on both sides. Looks like we have a little battery safety thing in there. I'll get to that in a second. But these legs slide out both sides. A little stiff, so you want to be careful with that. And that gives him quite a bit of extra height. He's got some articulation in the foot. Doesn't look like it's all that much. A little bit on the sides. They do pivot a bit. And the front as well. So if you want to have him standing on the edge of a step, like he was in the movie, when he was trying and failing to walk down the steps. Or just on the edge of a shelf. That's a nice little touch. And with the legs fully extended, it gives him quite a bit of height over top of RoboCop. As far as articulation and legs go, that's about it. ED-209 is pretty much just a statue for display. I don't think he's really meant for any type of dynamic walking poses. Although, if you want to, there is enough range. This one doesn't seem to go up, only back. You can sort of balance him, in a walking pose. And he's pretty sturdy. He really wants to fall over, but he's battle damaged, so if you knock him around, it's not really that big a deal. But what's most impressive about this figure is the detail. There's some really, really beautiful, subtle wash on the feet. So they've dirtied them up a little bit. Let me see if I can capture this on camera. There's like score marks, which look like the movie Ed's paint job has been scraped away and you're seeing the steel underneath. That looks really, really nice. A little on the edge here as well. The steel paint job. You got some wiring in here. Nice silver paint applications there. This thing is just a feast of detail. So if you're a fan of NECA figures, not a fan of their fragility, but just a fan of their detail, then this is basically the level that you're going to get. The source material has been really paid close attention to. Some nice dirt wash on one side but not on the other. And some more wash on the top there. Beautiful paint job on the hood, the head of Ed. Just like in the movie, this looks like it should flip up. And it does. Flips up on both sides to allow for a little bit more movement in the gun hands. These look like they rotate all the way around. Tons of detail in the gun hands. Looks like these are rockets, like they deployed in the movie. Now this is really cool. This is the soft plastic hoses right here that actually move around as you move the gun arm on the other side as well. That is so cool. And they're not popping out. That's an issue on NECA figures whenever there's some kind of hosing like that or other highly detailed movie style figures. That's a cool idea, but they pop out so quickly or break. And you can see me moving these back and forth. So far so good. Nice. Some more hosing underneath here on both sides. These cables. This is actually my first good look at an ED-209 ever. I've never had any ED-209 merchandise ever. A couple of different companies have put them out and I've just never pulled the trigger on it. This is really nice quality. The plastic is a little stiffer. It's not bendy type of rubbery plastic like this little guy is. And he's got a little bit of heft to him, but he's not all that heavy. He's not as heavy as I would expect him to be. And there is a battery in there. There's a little screw that can be undone, but I'm guessing there's a battery already in there since there was that little protector to keep the battery from dying in the package. So let's activate the movie sounds. So it looks like he's got 3 different sound clips from the movie, the first RoboCop movie. They're activated by pressing this button on the side.
Please put down your weapon. You have 20 seconds to comply.
So that famous line, you have 20 seconds to comply.
Please put down your weapon. You have 20 seconds to comply.
And then this one. So that is the sound of ED-209's machine gun terminating Mr. Kenny, literally. And then the final sound clip. That sounds like when he's trying to walk down the stairs maybe, or just walking in general, walking sound. So for a figure that can't really do all that much, it's just basically a display piece. That's a really cool little extra bonus feature, that you can actually have these sounds from the movie. So perfect to go with your Haya Toys RoboCop, or you can even put it alongside some of your other collection. If you've got some G.I. Joe figures, Cobra figures, kind of makes a cool looking Cobra robot type of figure. It's in perfect scale with G.I. Joes, but I think the best use of it is if you really dig this RoboCop figure, having them stand off against each other, I think just looks fantastic. So those are my thoughts. Share yours in the comments spot below. Feel free to share with your friends and join the tribe. Hit subscribe.
Nerd